Hello, everyone, and welcome to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, home of the Bayou Bengals and the stadium called Death Valley since the late 50s. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, a squad looking to put on a show. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now we'll get a look at this offense for the first time today. And here he comes. This offense is built completely around the talents of this running back, a rare commodity in today's game, and all eyes are on him.
And the defense knows it too. You know every single snap, this defense is going to be keying on this running back, knowing that he is the key to the offense's success.
You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt, to win the SEC is a long road. You know about that, I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, running back gets the give. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try to pick up the first. Runs through a tackle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
You know, college football is so much about emotion and momentum and trying to find parts of games where you can grab it. How about going for it on 4th down on your own end of the field early like that and coming away with the first? That's huge.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Got the back over the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance.
And he burrows his way into the end zone.
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The LSU Tigers offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to pass, it's Hurley. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete and will change ends of the field now. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Looking to go up top on first down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
You don't see that very often. You don't see the big tight ends with the soft mitts and the big, huge hands and the nice, sticky gloves. You don't see them drop many of those balls that hit him right there in the hands. That was a missed opportunity by the tight end right there.
Really need positive yards on second down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap.
And that pass intercepted. Takes it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
First down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Hurley. Throws to the wideout. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Off play action. Caught on the outside, it's Turner. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Glass half full, glass half empty, guys. Obviously great, they got a completion. Prefer that over incompletions or interceptions. The glass half empty. I mean, they made that 3rd down a bit more manageable, but not that much.
Snagged in the middle, it's Turner. Off he goes. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Louisville found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Cardinals football today. Those Cards fans won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W.
The give to the back.
60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the ground with the back. And the 40, there he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, the offense is trying to get physical. They're pulling the backside guard on that play. He completely whiffs, though, and misses his block, and as a result, it's a negative play.
They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage, or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big 1st down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
power football with the run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Looking to buy time. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
He caught it. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Pushes toward the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left.
Pulls it in on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Looking to throw, it's Hurley. Makes the catch. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gets it out quickly. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the returner will be brought down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Less than half minute to play here in the half. Let's see how aggressive they are on 1st and 10. Off play action on first down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific game from there in Death Valley. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's head back to Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
To the air, it's Hurley. Fires to the right. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man. And some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft.
In the double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his second interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Tigers! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Cooks. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Complete and looking for enough for the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of the...
Fires and picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
He'll try to do it himself. A solid pickup on the scramble and slide, but there's a flag down. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. The give out of the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Hurley, trying to get to it. Quickly out to the tight end. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the third. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Safe completion on the screen. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his protection.
Makes his connection. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
Give to the running back. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the fourth.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it, open.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Using the quick game. Open space at the 25. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. The give to the tailback. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll leave it with him. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the run, it's Cooks. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. The give to the fullback. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now second down, and it's as if this crowd senses they can help them get a huge stop. Leaves it with the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They'll run it on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. Looking downfield, it's Best. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Between the uprights, it's good. Big celebration, understandably so, guys, but there is still time on the clock. Took the lead with that late clutch field goal, and now to see if they can get a stop and keep them from tying the game in the closing seconds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this